second part of the Buffer app review. We're going to discuss a little bit about the analytics that the platform offers. If you would like to see more about how to get a Buffer app account, getting started, and how to schedule the first tweets and how to get the best scheduling time frame, you can do that by watching our other video from our channel, from the Get Growth channel. Today we're going to discuss a little bit about the analytics and the platform, as I was saying. So we're going to do it on the same account that we did last in the weeks before. Here is the Buffer app as you already know it, and we're going to go to the analytics tab. Okay, so here you're going to see a little bit the informations that we've also discussed in the last video, meaning that you can see the message that you've posted already to Twitter, in this case, the image that you've attached to it, and some other information that we're going to discuss right now. So you're going to see basically how many retweets, likes, mentions, clicks, and the potential that each post has. And if you go basically with the recent filter, you're going to see them in the order that they have been posted, meaning that the last messages that I posted via Buffer on this account was on the 2nd of September, and then the 1st, and so on. And we're going to discuss a little bit about the elements on this page. As I was saying, so you have the number of retweets, likes, mentions, clicks. From my point of view, the retweets, the likes, and the mentions are really important because you basically get to understand if those posts were successful or not, if they had engagement or not. But again, you have several signals from Twitter to know if the message was good or not. My personal opinion is that likes are the least important and retweets are more important than likes. Like if you get a retweet, means that people actually want to share that information with their audience. And then mentions, of course, because they want to start a conversation with you. That's how you get a mention for that tweet. And for business or affiliate marketers, clicks are also important because then you know how many people have came to your site from that particular message. And the potential depends on what hashtags you use in the message, and again, like the following you have. For example, here it's 10 because this account, it's a test account, and it only has 10 followers, so the potential for this particular message was only 10. We can also see below, if we look at a different message, is like this has more potential because the topic is different. And then this one has larger potential again than the other messages because it has like a hashtag that was trending at that moment that we used it. And of course, there were more people that were looking at that topic. And that helps you a lot because you get to have more retweets, likes, and mentions, and clicks, and things like that. Okay. What would I like to show you further is other things that you could do. For example, filters that you can see here. This account at this moment is in a trial for the Buffer for Business. So if you have the free account or the awesome plan, some of the features that I'm going to present from here on, you might not be able to use them. But I do think that's really important to see them so you can see the potential this platform can have for your business and actually take an informed decision. Okay, so basically you can see, as I was saying, you can see them on the way that you posted them via Buffer, or you can see the tweet that you've already posted based on the engagement you have. So like most retweets here. Yeah, so the messages that had them. Again, you'll see this sign here from Buffer, like it says that it's top tweet, meaning that it had the most engagement from the tweets that you posted via the platform. Also, you can go for most popular. Again, here's like the one that had the most clicks, the most likes, and it makes it a sum of all of them, and based on that, it's like the most popular, most likes, most replies, which basically means mentions. Yeah. Okay, and something that's really interesting from my point of view is like the most clicks and the one that has the most reach. The one with the most clicks is really important because you know that that's a message that will convert in that point of view, meaning that it will bring people to your site from the message that you sent out. And the one with the most reach, again, it's interesting because you know on what topics you should focus on for the next messages that you create in your campaign. Okay. And again, the least popular ones, the filters are the same, like retweets, likes, replies, clicks, and reach. I personally consider that, again, the one with the least reach is important because then you know that you need to avoid like these hashtags because the competition is too large. So you basically can't reach that many people. Like the following was only this one because although you used hashtags in your message, they're probably too generic, and so it doesn't reach that many people, or it's really specific and nobody's searching on it. That can also be an example, but again, you know what things you hashtag subject you can avoid. Okay. Besides that, you can also filter all these messages based on what type of post they are, like image, video, link, text, and retweets. Most of the ones that we have here are image posts. Yeah, so basically that's it, and it's gonna show them according to the calendar. Yeah, like how many the last post that you published via Buffer, and then also the link ones. You're probably going to be more interested in these ones if you use a lot of promotional tweets and you want people to come to your site based on the messages that you post on social media. And you can just see those and eliminate the rest and not take them into your analysis. Okay, something that I also think that is important here, like you want to see for a specific period of time, you can do that as well. What happened here? We should tell Buffer that they're not doing a really good thing with the user experience here. Okay? And you can see it like for 90 days, 30 days, 7 days, yesterday, today. Or you can have your custom period to check them for. In my case, like for this dummy account, there's no reason because I posted only for 1 week. So 30 days, it's okay for me to see the information. You can also export it if you need it for a presentation or for reports in your company or for whatever other purposes, like to show your boss, people that you collaborate with, or even clients. Okay, and you have the save to library and the rebuffer. I do think that these two are really important because, like, if you have most popular tweets and they're taking back to your site or to something that you're promoting at that moment, you know that this message is like a winner. It's going to get you a lot of clicks back, so you know you can rebuffer it. And basically when you rebuffer, you can change the message a little bit. You can even post it to other accounts if you have them connected, and you just add them to the queue. Yeah. You've posted this one recently, so yeah, I can't add it right now because it's really recent, the message that I posted, but you could add it there, and basically you would have it here, and you could tweet it. It would be the next thing that you have in your queue if you don't have other messages, or if not, it's going to be the last message in your queue. But again, I do think that this is useful because you get to spend less time to actually promote messages that are really important for you in your campaign. Okay, and the save to library, which is for the business for Buffer, the Buffer for business account, sorry. And there you basically get to put all the messages that you would like to use in the future here, and you can filter them. I haven't used that function a lot, but again, it's similar to the rebuffer. It's just that you don't schedule it, like it's not gonna be posted there. You need to review it and maybe change the message, and then it's gonna be in your buffer in your queue. Okay, now going to the Analysis tab. Here you basically have the same information that we discussed, just presented in a different way. What I like about this graphics here is that you can basically do a comparison of different information. Like, for example, let's say that you want to see, do the tweets that get the most retweets actually bring you the most traffic back to your site or to the links that you have there. And we can see here, like, this has the most retweets, and at the same time it has the most clicks. So yeah, you can say that like if you want to go for more engagement on your tweets, you want to have more retweets in order to have more clicks and more traffic. Let's say for likes, if it sees, yeah, you can also connect that. But also let's see, like, mentions. Like, usually mentions are important, but for this case, it seems it isn't, because it's a new account. So because it's a new account, it doesn't post that often. People are not going to actually mention you and start a conversation with you, because it looks like a test account. It doesn't look like something real. So that makes sense that people would like the message, would retweet it because the information is relevant and they would like to share it further, but not necessarily start a conversation with this particular account. Okay. And again, you can look over followers. If you had new followers that started following you after you posted something that had like a lot of clicks, or that if you have more followers based on the how many posts you have per day. And again, you can compare a lot of information here. For your account, it probably would make sense more than for a test account here. Okay, and again, the recent post, the last post that you've posted via Buffer, you can see their type, like their image or their link, the number of tweets, mentioned, clicks, likes, and the potential. Here you're only going to see the ones that you've posted via Buffer. In the post ones, I saw that the account was created now, but there were some tweets from before, from December, and I saw that they added them here as well. I don't think that they do that for the free account, only for Awesome Plan and the other packages. Okay, and here basically you have 5 posts. So these are only the ones that I've published via Buffer, via the account, and the interactions, the total interactions that you had over them, and the followers, it just takes the number of followers you had from Twitter and posted here. Again, you can export like data from here as CSV files, and you can also see it for a longer period of time, let's say for 90 days, if that's something that you would be interested in. Okay, so like see how your account evolved and things like that, or if you're more interested in the last week, if something changed, again, you can see that. Okay. So this is basically what the information that you can take out of this tab. I personally like the graphics because they're really explanatory, and you can show it to people like, look, like this actually made a difference, either in the engagement that you had, or in the clicks that you get, and other information like that, and you get to compare them. I do see that in Buffer you get to compare a lot of information, and that's how you actually get relevant conclusions. Okay. And now moving forward to the Influencer tab. So here basically you have different accounts that either you follow them or they follow you, and you can see information for those accounts in particular. And again, as I was saying before, you get to compare different informations. So here you have like the influencers who have recently followed you, the accounts that have posted the most content, influencers who have recently engaged with you, like mentions or likes and things like that, accounts that follow you but you don't follow back, and verified accounts that follow you, verified accounts by Twitter. Are part of them, like, you know, they're like brands, and there are people that create Twitter accounts with the same name of the brand, sort of a fan club, or some people that want to post negative messages. And so Twitter verifies and says which one is the real account of the brand or of a particular person. So that's what it refers to. Okay, so something that I really consider here and that you could use as a comparison, it's interesting to see like influencers who have recently followed you. No. Accounts that have posted the most content. Okay, so that's something interesting. Like they're constantly posting information, and accounts that follow you but you don't follow back. So basically here you can do a short comparison. Like let's see, for example, this account. Yeah, so basically you have people that post content, that they're active on Twitter. Also you can see that more if you're if they mentioned you, or if they engaged with you. That's also relevant. And that also at the same time you don't follow them. And basically you can look here, see people that are on both lists and follow them directly from Buffer, which is really easy to do. And I think that from that point of view, it's really useful that they've added this, because you can have a better management of your Twitter account. Although I do feel that there are other platforms that we're probably going to discuss in the future videos on our channel, so don't forget to subscribe to it, that do this better. So they present you the data better, they give you more relevant information, but this is a nice step that Buffer is taking towards that direction from my point of view. I don't think that it's enough, the comparison, but it's interesting enough for people that are starting out with Twitter campaigns and things like that. So yeah, to actually add more people that are relevant for your subject. Okay, and the last thing that I want to present before we leave this analysis, the analytic part of Buffer, is the fact that you can see the people that share the most from your site. So you basically just need to go take the URL from your site. So we're going to take the one from Squirrely, and you just need to add it here and then go, and you're going to basically see the top 5 sharers. So yeah, you can see them here. I do think that this is interesting. One of them is our account, because we publish every message, new article that we have on our blog gets to be published on our account. Yes, but you can get to see the people that share a lot, the content that you post on your site. And I think that that's really relevant, because you can reach out to them, create campaigns with them, and a lot of useful information. At the same time, I'm really not that interested in this, because it's only 5. Whatever you would put here, it's only 5. So if you're putting only the URL of your site, I don't think it's that relevant. But when you're posting the last article that you've published, in this case, we're gonna do a different try here. It's more interesting because it's the initial people that got to share that content. As you can see here. Yeah, and that's more interesting, because these people are interested in what you have to publish. They come to your site. They probably come repeatedly if they know about the message, or they're really interested in the subject that you've talked about, and they share that because they found it really easily. They were looking on the same hashtags, and when they saw your post, they thought that it was really interesting, so they shared it. Okay, and you can also find influencers on your topic. Again, if you add a keyword here, let's say. Again, they're only the top 5, so you probably already know the names here. Yeah, the names here or something like that. So it's not the most relevant. Let's say for something else. Haven't used this feature so much, so basically I would try to search for more specific keywords or long tail and see if I can find more targeted people, and that would be more interesting. But again, it's a starting point. If you have a new account and you're searching for people on specific topics, you can start from here and start following them directly from here and get relevant people that actually Buffer considers them to be influencers on that particular subject. So they have a following, and they're not just new accounts that you don't know and you can't trust. Okay, so basically this is the part of the analytics that I wanted to show you from Buffer. There are a few little things that I would like you to also see from here is that are connected to the analytics from the settings. Last time we talked in the last video about the tracking on links. Basically, you would have to, if you want to have tracking, better tracking from my point of view, for all the links that you have, you can do this with enable campaign tracking, and just change it from here. This is this is something that could help you, but again, you would have to use the shortening, one of the shortenings, or connect your bit.ly. Let's say use this, and yep, now it's going to work. And you can customize campaign tracking. If you've used Google Analytics, you basically know how this works. I'm not going to go deeper into this, but I do think that it's really interesting to know this, especially if you're interested in the analytics. This is something that you should set up before starting to consider the analytics from Buffer. It's going to give you better and more relevant results from my point of view when it comes to the part about clicks. The retweets, the mentions, that information is always going to be relevant from there. You don't need to do anything else to set it up, but from here, yes. And you would have to do this before, because it has to have the bit.ly link in the post before you post it, basically. Okay, so this is it for today. I hope this was a useful video for all of you guys. And I'm going to present in the next video that I'm going to do for the Get Growth channel a new platform that I don't know how many people are using. It's called Content Tools. And it's a really interesting platform if you are working in a team of content creators, either if it's for your business, for the site that you own, or if there are multiple people working on it and you have, I don't know, an agency or something like that. But we're going to talk more about it in the next video that I'm going to do on the channel. So this is it for today. Hope you had fun. Hope it was an interesting video for you guys, and see you next time.